What's up guys, and welcome back to Ark. Today is finally the release of Lost Island, the new DLC map, and it looks pretty freaking cool. Now that said, there's not a whole lot added in this update. It only seems that there are 3 new creatures as well as a new boss. However, the map is absolutely massive. As you can see, I went through doing some single player stuff and found all the best base spots that I possibly could and marking anything down that I thought was important. So yeah, there is a lot for us to do, and there is a freaking ton of base spots that I'm going to be checking, raiding, and possibly taking over. But with that said, we do gotta get started, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like if you do, and subscribe if you're not already. Now let's get going. Actually, stop, just 1 second. I'd like to quickly announce that we've actually done a merch drop. Feel free to head over to hawkbrand.net. This is an entirely new merch site for me. I put a lot of time and effort into designing these to where they're pretty much appealing to anybody, including people who don't even watch the channel. So feel free to go check those out, and hopefully you enjoy them. But back to the video. Oh my goodness, it took me so long to get wood out of this tree. What the hell? And there's our first pickaxe. Now luckily for us, I believe there is a 3 times event going on. I could be wrong, it might be different for small tribes. However, that does mean it's going to be so much easier for us to tame, gather resources, and just kind of get started right off the bat. So this should be a lot of fun. Already got our hatchet, a nice old torch going, and that should be a good start for us. Now let's see if we can't find something to kill for some hide. Alright, and I've already gotten my first set of tools made. I have a pickaxe, a hatchet, a torch, and now a bow with 52 arrows, which will be a good first start for us to get going. There's a trap up here, and there is a little base down there of somebody's. However, it is all closed up, and the player doesn't appear to be around, so I obviously cannot raid that right now. So let's go check out this drop, see if it has anything useful inside for us, and then we're going to start going around trying to get narcotic and all that fun stuff. So, alright, and ooh, a crossbow PP. That's actually insane right off the start. Crossbow PPs are so valuable in the beginning of the game. Alright, let's see if we can get a couple of these raptors. We'd hide pretty desperately, and if we find a good high level one, we might even try taming it. Alright, 2 dead and 1 to go. Easy pickings. Alright, there's 3 dead. And after all that, we got a good amount of meat as well as 252 hide, which is good for us because now we can make a couple of bolas, which will let us start actually taming stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and make a club as well, I think. Then we'll just get a quick mortar and pestle crafted, and we'll start working on those narcotics. I think we can probably survive hiding in this little corner. So, mortar and pestle down. We'll go ahead and start collecting all those berries, and we'll start spoiling up this meat. We're honestly progressing pretty freaking well. Even though it seems slow, we're doing pretty good. Oh, wait. There's Maewings on this map? Holy cow, this is a big find. No matter what Maewing level it is, honestly, any Maewing is going to be insanely valuable for us. Okay. Do I think I can knock out a Maewing with just my foot? Can you bola a Maewing? I don't think you can. You cannot, okay. Alright, we'll have to come back over here once we get a net so we can actually get these Maewings. That's a massive find. A Maewing's gonna make it where we can travel around the map super fast. Alright, and I got super lucky after farming up a rock that I got 18 metal, so I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking that up as well. And all my meat's about to spoil, so I should be able to use that pretty soon. So once this is done cooking up, we should be able to finally make ourselves a smithy. Alright, and our meat has finally spoiled, so we're gonna go ahead and put all that in there and start making a whole bunch of narcotic. We can actually make 50 narcotic out of that, so that's absolutely beautiful. And our metal has started smelting enough to where we can make a smithy. Now, by far, these are probably 2 of the biggest steps I needed doing this, so this is a big win so far. Because now that we have this smithy up, we can use this 1 metal as well as some wood, and we can get ourselves a metal pickaxe, which will obviously help progress with us getting even more metal. Our next goal is definitely going to be the crossbow, and we're probably going to work towards making just a full set of flak armor. I don't think I'm going to bother with making the harpoon launcher so we can actually go through launching a whole bunch of nets at those. Maewing, I'm probably just going to try risking it with just darts, and we'll see how that goes. But let's take out our metal pickaxe and we'll get going. Time to go find even more metal. There's no metal rocks near here, so I literally just have to sit here smacking normal rocks until I get metal out of it, which is unfortunate, but it'll work. Sometimes you just pick a bad spawn and have to work with it. Alright, and after a few more rocks, I got another 72 metal, which obviously metal gets cut in half, so that's really only like 34 metal or something like that, 36 probably, but that'll be good enough for me. And after a few more rocks, I have another 80 metal in here, as well as 6 metal already cooked. I've also started the production of gunpowder by just putting all my flint and stone I'm getting inside of here. A narcotic is done being made, so now we can go ahead and put our metal in here, make a another crossbow, start crafting some trank arrows, and be good to go. And we can honestly just throw out this pathetic normal bow, and I'll just put it in the smithy for whenever somebody finds it. But now that we do have trank arrows, what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll just go ahead and try tranking out one of those Maewings. I'm not sure what a Maewing saddle actually takes. Looks like it only takes 30 metal, 320 hide, and 170 fiber. That's genuinely not a lot. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can knock out one of those Maewing. It's gonna be really hard with no nets, but I think we can make it work. Why, hello there. Alright, here's the level 70 Maewing. Now, what I need to do is I need to hit it in a direction where it'll help me. Now, I'm not sure if that's gonna be uphill or not, but I guess I'm gonna try it. Alright, it did jump uphill, and it went right over the cliff. I was really hoping to get stuck on the cliff. Alright, now I just need to be very careful because I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna fly away on me. I'm not gonna be able to find it again. Oh yeah, it's gonna be really hard to knock this thing out. But we'll see if we can do it. I keep hitting it, and I'm getting no hit marker, which means it's not actually registering. Damn, made it all the way over the cliff. Okay. Once it's off this mountain, it's gonna be nearly impossible to knock it out. Please be a low torpor for me, buddy. Oh my goodness, we got it knocked out at the base. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm gonna go around, pick some berries while heading over to this drop and seeing what's inside of it. It shouldn't take very long for that to tame once I do start putting berries in it. It's an omnivore, so it can eat either meat or berries, but I'm just gonna use berries. Alright, and it's actually had a mortar and pestle as well as a large storage box, so I'm gonna take that and just throw out that so nobody else comes, and we should be good. Alright, buddy, and here are your berries. There's some mayo berries and just whatever else. I don't really care. That should easily tame before it wakes up, and if not, I have extra narcotic just in case. Now, I'm just gonna leave this to tame here while I go back out and see if we can't find ourselves something to give us hide. I'd really like to start going around the raptor claws drops, as I feel like that's gonna be the fastest way to progress, but I have a hunch that nobody else is really going after them because they can't keep up. So once I get this Maewing, we can probably get all the drops to ourselves because it just is really hard to keep up with those without a good flyer. People might be going around with PTs or something, but I think we might be able to do it with just the Maewing. Alright, I think this is the closest thing to us that's any type of creature, so you're gonna be a pain to kill just for hide. Level 20 though, that's not too bad. So many of my shots are just not registering on it because of lag. And there we go, finally got it out. Drink water? I forgot that's a thing. Can I drink water out of this dead guy? Nah, I think it's glitched. And that gave me nearly 200 hide. That should be pretty good. I might need more because I think the Maewing saddle is 3 something, but we'll see if we have enough. Perfect, and we just barely have enough with an extra 11 hide. Now we just gotta wait for all this metal to cook up. It will be good. And the Maewing is now tamed, so that works out pretty well. I kind of forgot to check this guy's stats, but looking at it, it's actually fairly decent for a level 104. I mean, 1770 health is definitely not great. 700 stamina, also not great, but 520 weight is pretty good for beginner tame, as well as nearly 200 melee damage. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'm actually impressed how much melee damage it got for just a fresh tame level 70 or whatever it was. And yeah, kind of watching those raptor claws drops in the distance, I know it's pretty hard for you guys to see. Nobody's going around getting them, so I think we're going to be pretty good. They're just kind of timing out. I don't think anybody's actually grabbing them. But with that, we can actually go ahead and make our Maewing saddle now. That's beautiful. It took so long for 30 metal to craft in that. I should have used 2 furnaces, but this is all right. As now, I'm genuinely just going to take everything I need and probably fly away on this puppy, then never return to this base. So let's just take all of our spark powder, this meat. We're going to demolish the smithy. That way we have those extra resources from it, and I'm gonna just go ahead and take 1 more piece of metal, then call it good. Beautiful. That way we can make a smithy and a new pickaxe whenever we need to, but we should now be good to go and good to fly. I think I'm just gonna level up the stamina on this puppy and hope to never run into anything hostile. So let's get the biggest jump we can, and we're gonna take off. Oh yeah, that's beautiful right there. This is so much better than a pteranodon or something for your first tame. Like, genuinely, why even bother? This thing has the weight of an RG and the speed of nothing else. It's just so fast, it's insane. There's some of those new baboons. I don't really know how you tame them. I'm pretty sure you have to tame the alpha, and then if you tame the alpha, you can like just randomly grab wild ones. I don't know how those work. They're pretty cool though. Alright, right now I'm just gonna go around and look for a super metal rich area to go ahead and start off our adventure, because the more metal we have, the better we're gonna be doing. Honestly speaking, I haven't found a single metal node yet. This map is not very very metal rich, which makes it very hard to start off, and I'm guessing it's going to stunt a lot of people's progression, which is good. I do, however, know one location that has metal, so I'm probably just going to head over there. It's a small little cave, but it'll work. Oh, there is a lot of obsidian right here, though. Oh, well, hello there. These people already have mana garmers inside and everything. This is a base that I want to raid. They're currently online. I might have to come in here. I could sneak around the side. However, is it going to be worth it for me? So, oh yeah, they don't have any turrets or anything. Could definitely get inside. All right, we'll look into that in a second. Oh, player, they have full flak armor, which is actually really good. Maybe I'll try taking them out. Whoop, never mind. Running away from a mana. Alrighty then. Well, that was a little bit scary. Definitely don't want to deal with that right now. Oh, well. He's not gonna get me now. The game glitched a little bit with my freeze. Alright, yeah. And we're just gonna go flying away now. The game's acting like I'm standing, but I'm definitely flying. I think we found our first raid target though. I can easily get some C4 together once I find a little bit of oil as well as crystal. Then we'll have to go back there. I think that mana broke my game though. My character just doesn't know what he's doing anymore. One thing that did make me realize though is people definitely will have creatures that they can counter me with whenever I'm getting the Santa Claus drops. I'm definitely going to need to get some mana garmers. I do know where they spawn. They spawn up in the snow area way over there in the distance, but they will be pretty hard for me to tame right now as I don't have any metal armor. Those guys took over the cave that I was going to go to get some resources, so we're going to have to find a different one, which shouldn't be too bad. And just like that, we have our own cave now. This is actually a pretty decent cave too. It's got a nice little entrance. It's definitely not one for PvP, but it can work for now as one. So we're going to set up our new little fob inside of here. I kind of forgot how insane of a farmer this thing is because I just did 2-3 right clicks and got all of these resources. Yeah, okay. And just like that, easy dead stego. That'll definitely come in handy later. So with all those berries, we can just easily make, you know, as much narcotic as we possibly could want, and I don't mind that whatsoever. Plus, now that we're in a cave with actual metal nodes, we can get hundreds of metal within seconds. Beautiful. I mean, just that one node alone gave us 700, so yeah, that'll work. I just realized there's crystal in here that I can actually farm too, so this crystal is going to be really helpful for us, because now we can probably make a fabricator using all this, as well as a spyglass, obviously. Yeah, once I get cementing paste and oil, I'll also have a fabricator going. I'm probably going to leave all this running here. I should be able to actually make us a full set of armor here soon, so maybe I'll start working on that before heading out. But I need to start heading out to actually go get cementing paste and oil. So I'll at the very least take a chest plate with me, that way we have some armor on, and I think I'll just leave the rest here. Hopefully nobody steals all my stuff while I'm gone. They really shouldn't, because this is a pretty decent location. However, it is also right below that other person's base, so who knows. But let's get out of here. And I found a giant beaver dam with a lot of cementing paste on it. I'm really glad I made this map beforehand, because yeah, I literally have everything marked that I need to find. Oh, there's somebody on a PT right here trying to kill me, but I have a small hunch they won't be able to follow me very easily, so I think I should be fine. Oh, what the hell? There's a bullet. Where is this guy on foot? I really want to kill him because he has a pistol, but also this PT guy is going to be a pain. I don't know how that guy found me, or maybe I just landed on top of him. Oh yeah, a cave I might not have marked. Hello, I kind of want to explore this. How to escape somebody. Go through a random cave. Easy peasy. Already gone. And yeah, they weren't able to come anywhere close to following. Good. And luckily for us, it looks like they didn't find my base either, so that is fantastic. Just in case though, I'm gonna sit here facing the door the entire time I'm in my base. But we now have a whole bunch of metal cooked up and ready to go. Which means if we wanted to, we could always make a crossbow. That's with the blueprint, but I'm gonna go ahead and save that. I really need to finish making my armor sets, so let's craft that whole thing. And there we go. Beautiful. Next up, I should really start working on actually making guns like the pistol and all that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually worry about that too much. Let's see, how much does this cost? It takes 60 metal to make the pistol. It might be worth it for us. I can either do 60 metal for that, or I can just save up for an actual long neck, which is 95, which seems a lot more tempting to me than the pistol. Oh, hold up, that's one of those new creatures. There's a few of them around. I'm kind of curious how you tame one. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. And you know, just in case I wanted to defend this a little bit easier, apparently I can put a behemoth gate literally right here to where nobody can get in other than me. So that'll be nice and lovely. Now I at least feel a little bit protected, and this can now be a temporary base spot without me worrying about somebody coming in and stealing my literal thousands of metal that's being cooked up. And with that said, I can now finally make my very first long neck, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple pieces of ammo at the same time. I need to head back out and start looking for more oil, that way I can actually make the fabricator, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Alright, and after a freaking ton of searching, I have finally found enough oil to make a fabricator. The very last tech dino I found actually gave me enough to make 2, so yeah, that's beautiful. But with that and the fact that we do have a fabricator now, that means we can start working towards making C4. And obviously C4 is going to be our main priority now, because we want to start raiding people off the server, that way we can actually stay strong and they stay weak. Which sounds brutal, but I mean, early game, you gotta do it. Nobody has turrets yet, so I need to make sure it stays that way. And so I'm just going to place down one more foundation. We'll put that puppy right there. We'll use just a little bit of this oil that we do have in order to make some gasoline, which then we can obviously use to power the fabricator. Now let's see, what are we going to need? We're going to need polymer, which is going to be a very rough thing for us to make. It'll be slightly easier considering the fact that we have all this obsidian right here, but it's still going to be a pain. A little bit of crystal, some cementing paste, electronics. None of that should be terribly hard. The electronics is going to be a problem though, because I don't know where to find silica yet. The only silica I have gotten is from a beaver dam, so that's really all we got. So I'm going to go through and farm every single last piece of obsidian over here, and we're going to start working all that C4. Alright, there we go, and we can now start crafting all our polymer, which we can actually make 200, so that'll be beautiful. 20 of that will go into a detonator, maybe 40, because I might make 2 detonators, and then the rest is all going to go into C4. I'm going to need to start crafting electronics. That does not make much at all, but I mean, I kind of got to work with what I got. And while that's running, I'm going to go see if I can find some silica pearls. I know where some is, but it's kind of at the bottom of the ocean, so that's not going to be very helpful. We really need to find some that's just on the surface, and I'm not entirely sure which biome to go to. We might have to go towards like the volcano or something. Alright, so I desperately need some silica, and I'm thinking the best way to do that's going to be to come down here and into this cave, which apparently has creatures inside. That's not good. It is arthropluras though, they shouldn't be too hard to deal with. That's a lot of arthropluras though. It's so quiet in here because it thinks I'm underwater. It's weird. It's okay though, I got this. Just gotta kill all these arthropluras and I can get silica pearls then. Oh my goodness, this thing might very well die. If it dies, I cannot get back down here. Alright, let's get back up to the surface real fast and heal. Cause yeah, that's a lot of arthropluras. I might have to make that my temporary base spot too, because it is hard to get down there if you don't know how. Especially if I can get a turret or 2, I don't think anybody will be able to get me. Alright, we're just gonna collect as many silica pearls as we can possibly grab while we're in here, and that's probably gonna be good. That's plenty for now. Now let's get out before we die. Once we get a mana, we can come back in here and really just collect a bunch of silica, but for now, that'll be good enough with me. This isn't too far away from my current base, so it's gonna be pretty easy for us to just come back when all those respawn and quick grabs and then leave. This is really close to my base, like literally just over the hills, so I'm gonna come back here pretty frequently to just grab all those pearls when they respawn, and we'll be pretty good. Now, let's turn this puppy back on. We can make ourselves 150, which will be really freaking good. It's only 5 electronics per piece of C4, and it's only 50 electronics per... It might be a little bit expensive for us to make the remote, but you know what? It'll be fine. Because with that, we have 1 detonator made, and we still have to make a whole bunch of gunpowder, but that's alright. The gunpowder is going to be the expensive part for us, because that's 60 gunpowder per C4, which means I'm going to go make a whole bunch of campfires and just collect a bunch of wood. Now that is what I would call an efficient charcoal farm, because already it's producing a ton of charcoal per minute, and that's exactly what I need. And there is our very first C4. Alright, I'm gonna let all that keep crafting a little bit. However, I have a detonator and 5 C4 on me, and assuming that everything is currently stone, then I should be able to break into almost any base. Starting with this one up here, because they're apparently built in a rat hole and have mana armors, and if they've cryoed them, then that might be a really good place for us to scout. I'm a little bit worried about doing this because I really don't want to lose this Maewing, and these players are very, very active. as you can see. They're trying to get up some plant X, which I really don't want them to do. Oh, and there's a mana boy. So yeah, I can't even get to their gate without being seen, so this will definitely be a little bit tricky. I may have to go after another cave first, but I really don't want to, because they're getting strong really fast, and I need to stop that immediately. It's foggy, which pretty much means nothing, except for I am gonna blow their door up so I can at least get in a little bit. Alright, now I can actually get into the crouch point. Oh, good God! Freaking turrets there! Alright, so they're already set up with turrets. That's good to learn. Okay. I'm gonna need rockets and probably a way better flag to get past that one. I didn't know there was a crouch point cave there. That's really strong early game. Like, it doesn't matter what type of turrets you have, it's gonna be nearly impossible for somebody early game to get past them. Alright, and with that little failed raid, I actually decided to go back out and start looking for a new Maewing, as I kind of neglected that fact when I actually went and tried doing that raid. But while on my way, I just opened my log, and as you can see, we have officially been raided. And that's quite alright. Obviously, we lost our C4 and all that stuff, but quite honestly, that was not terribly hard to get. So I'm gonna go out and start working on getting my new Maewing, and then I'll start building up my new base. I'm gonna do that between this episode and the next one, though, so thank you very so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, as there's gonna be a lot more Lost Island content coming soon. But with that, once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace!